Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Sunday Fix for the week of February 1st to the 6th, or 7th, actually. I am your host, Steven Robles. To my right,
you've got Josh Robles.
And to my left,
you've got Lucky.
And we are here again as a trio. This is a really good rendition of that song. I just want to...
A great tripod.
I want to sit near a fireplace and just sip on some brandy or something.
Read a good book.
In a robe.
Read a good book.
Speaking of robe, what's his name? The Playboy guy. What's his name again?
Well, old?
Yeah, the old guy.
Old?
I forgot his name. Hugh Hefner. There you go. His publication, Playboy, no longer has nudes in the magazines.
About time. He's degrading women, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they pretty much taking a different route now. No boobies.
It's because people stop buying it.
Well, because they have the internet. That's the reason they actually gave, was that they're getting it for free. Let's just try something different, you know? Because nobody's really buying it anymore. You're right, yeah. So, found that interesting. How have you guys been?
We're good. I'm good anyways.
It's been a long week for me.
It's been, what, 2 weeks? Because we didn't do one last week?
Last week we didn't do one, yes. Apologize for that, but this week has been a little hectic at work, but it's all right, whatever.
Yeah. I've been kind of sick, but nobody cares about that. We can care about video games and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And apparently the Super Bowl.
Yes.
I can care less about that.
Super Bowl.
Well, it's Lakeith's team.
No, it's not my team.
No. It's
my team's the Cowboys.
Team.
Yeah,
the Cowboys. Sorry.
Zeus' team. Too bad Broncos are going down.
Broncos versus who?
The Super Bowl. Huh?
Well, who's the other team?
Carolina Panthers.
I'm going for
Go Panthers.
I'm going for whoever's going to get me points. Or get me money, excuse me.
Did you play a pool?
Yeah.
And you have no idea how the pool works, do you?
No, actually, it's on scores. Hopefully they score correctly.
Okay. All right.
To my advantage. I bought 2 squares, $10 each.
Oh, okay.
So if I win any of the quarters, any 3 of the 3 quarters, it's $200, and the final game altogether is $400.
Is it where anybody?
Good luck to you.
Does it play where people around you? If you win, people around you win. The scores around you win.
Who's running?
No, it's just winner. I'm sure it's probably just a winner per.
Okay.
For the
Well, I'm playing a pool where
per quarter.
If I'm next to a winner, the squares around that certain winner, they get money too.
Oh, okay, that's kind of neat. Yeah. But you get less money if you're the winner, so that's kind of annoying.
Share their money if you win. Come on.
Well, I get $40.
Share with you.
The American lifestyle.
I thought that was pretty cool. $20 a square.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of one of those things where they're kind of treat kids like, oh, we don't want
everyone's a winner.
Yeah, everyone's a winner.
This
Billy,
is your certificate for at least participating.
You got last place, Billy, but you're still a winner in my book.
If I'm going to double my money,
here's the ribbon.
All right. Here's a toothpick. Enjoy it.
It's flavored. It's cinnamon flavored.
Right. I would not want that. After eating, I just want a toothpick to pick all the food out and eat it again. I can have the taste of the food.
Have you tried it?
Do you remember the?
It was a thing in the 90s.
No.
It was big.
No, I do like the hors d'oeuvres thing, like the swords and stuff.
Yeah.
Those are cool. Okay, cool. So yeah, we missed out last week, and
the week before.
No, we did do. No, we did. Yeah. So instead of just going through this week's news, well, I'm just going to stick with what we had that had prepared for that week, because not much happened. Yes, something Nintendo said it did, but nobody likes to hear financial numbers, so I'm going to skip that.
Well, okay, good or bad about financials?
Are
decent.
The red or the black?
Decent.
What are
I mean, I think they're still making money. That wasn't the biggest thing. The biggest issue. The biggest issue was the fact that the consoles are really slowing down. They're selling pretty slow for this past quarter. So it's just time for Nintendo to release something new.
And soon they will. Yes.
Yeah, and we had nothing on NX. They didn't not even a little mouse's peep about the NX. They did talk about the online, not the online, the mobile game Miitomo and all that stuff. They're gonna do like a pre-release thing. If you sign up for it, you get like extra points towards your account. So I didn't prepare anything, so I can't really discuss or tell you guys what it is because I'm a bad person. But the biggest thing that came out of it was the fact that they're on track to release their mobile game. Okay. Which isn't even a game; it's more of a like communication tool. But whatever. We're also going to do something different this week. We're not going to do, hey, what's for Sony news or the Microsoft news.
Not this week.
No, we're trying something new. If it works out this way, if we feel better about this, we might just keep it this way. So we'll see. Instead, I sent you guys some topics to watch, read, and whatnot. And, we just read it, saw it, and got our own opinions about it. So... First thing on our list, Loot Gaming. It's a loot crate, I guess, that's specifically for gaming, not just nerd culture, but just specifically gaming, which makes me want to get one. Which I actually will.
I've been wanting to do the loot crate thing, but I don't know.
For me, it was. I mean, they're both going to be somewhat expensive, but what I don't want to say threw me off, but what held me back mostly was that. A lot of it, because it's nerd culture, I don't know everything about nerd culture. So there might be a month where it's like, well, I don't really want any of these things.
Yeah.
For me, I would get more excited when there was a gaming theme that week or whatever.
They had a lot of pop culture on it, But every time I would see like an unboxing like on YouTube, some of the stuff I'm just kind of like, seriously, oh god, I wish. I'm kind of glad I didn't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
And I agree. That's why the whole loot crating,
the whole loot crate thing,
loot crate or loot gaming, was really cool when I saw it.
Yeah, it appealed because that's when it comes to the nerd stuff. I gotta stop calling it, but whatever. When it comes to that, I mostly what appeals to me is gaming,
right?
More than the nerdy TV shows or movies, whatever, Star Trek and Star Wars and all that stuff. Not to say that I don't like it, but I'm not obsessive over it like kind of video games. So if because they took that specific genre and they made it its own thing, I will get that.
Right.
Because
the advantage about loot gaming and loot crate, the cool thing about it is that, well, you don't know what you're getting. I mean, depending, say you depend your side. You're going to go towards gaming specifically. You're going to go towards the pop culture. I personally myself, I'm a loot crate myself because I buy a lot of pop vinyls and a lot of stuff I try to get. And I say I'm getting it for Sammy. I am, but a lot of it is at heart. So I'm getting it for myself.
That's the cool thing about having a kid.
Yeah.
It's that you can buy all the stuff that people would usually look down upon you.
Yeah.
And be, you can buy it for your kid. You'd be like, yeah, I'm at the toy section, but you're a big kid. You're an adult. No, but it's for my kid. Yeah. You look less creepy.
Yeah. The cool thing about it is that when Sammy sees it, he's like, oh, this is so cool.
Yeah.
And, it's on his room, and I'm happy to put it in his room. But honestly, if I had a bigger house and I had a room, it would go in my room.
You'd be like, oh, thank God you like this, and not My Little Pony, because you don't like My Little Pony. Yeah. Which, hey, it's a boys' show now because a bunch of guys like that show.
Anyway, let's not promote that for little boys out there.
Oh, no. It's okay. Let them like what they like. When it gets weird is when they start getting like, they get to the sexual part of it.
It's always weird. They like that show.
No, the show's... I've seen some of the show, and it's not that bad. I wouldn't watch it, but it's not like... I don't understand. I get the appeal. There's some pretty funny things where I laughed at, But again, it gets weird when they dress up like them.
Yeah.
And then they start drawing really sexual stuff about it. It just gets weird.
It's weird.
But
we're getting off topic here.
Yeah, sorry.
So my point is the good thing about the whole gaming thing, because we're specifically talking about loot gaming, is that a lot of the stuff that we get when we unbox it, we can't really get any other place. It'd be harder to find.
That's their thing. Some things are a Loot Crate exclusive,
right.
Or now in our case, Loot Gaming exclusive. And they work directly with the publishers and all that. So what do you think, Lucky? You're a little quiet over there.
Yeah, I am pretty quiet. It looked pretty good to me. I mean, so I thought you said you joined up or you signed up, so that's what I was asking earlier.
Well, you pay, it's the way it works is you pay either by month,
it's a year,
or you pay a year subscription.
Yeah.
It's cheaper if you do the year.
Yeah,
I think a month is $10.
I'm not sure. No, I think it's a lot more than
19. Then it has to be 19. I think for Loot Crate is either 15 or 19 a month, and if you do the year, I think it goes down like $90, $97 or something.
Yeah,
like that.
but you have to pay like over $100 in advance for it.
Yeah.
So in the long run, it makes sense. But if you're not, if you don't want all of it, it's kind of cool to just pay what you want.
Which is why I
want.
would do month to month type of thing. And
exactly, that's what I would do. Because if there's a certain box where I'm like, those are cool, but I don't want it, then I just want to pay for it instead of forcibly getting it for pretty high price. So
I kind of see it as EA Access. Have you guys seen that? So it's like the same thing. You join, you sign up, and you can play all the EA games. You know, you can like take a sneak and play them, and then also they're discounted rate for you. So you know, every time new games come out for EA, you can play them all. You can play some of the older ones, and then you can download them for a lot cheaper. So I don't know. It's just kind of one of those things where you pay monthly. I think it's like $14 a month.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. Well,
I once you get the email telling me, hey, if you wanna get it, you can go ahead and just, sign up for it. I will.
It's more versatile than the EA thing, you know. Yeah. So I thought it was pretty cool.
Cool thing is though you get the box, you get it in your front door, and you're like, oh hell yeah,
yeah, it's like it's a new treasure box full of little treasures that I don't know what it is.
Right. So,
final verdict on this.
Final verdict is I'm very interested. Yeah. Specifically because it's gaming, and the whole pop thing is like, I can just go out and buy what I want, but the gaming is more enticing for me.
Yeah, there have been some loot crates where I'm pretty jealous of. Where I was like, oh, I wish I had that. But cool.
So I think it's cool.
By the way, this is all these things that we're going to talk about. There are 2 weeks old. So just out there, whoever's listening, we're a little late, but this is what we're going to talk about. So just letting you guys know. I bring that up too because I want to talk about the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles trailer.
Mutants in Manhattan.
Yeah.
When I got your link, I was stoked. Well, first thing that stuck out to me was the art style looks really badass. It's totally fitting for that type of game. And even compared to them trying to do realistic looking turtles or cartoon realistic, no, this is full on. It looks like it was drawn, and that totally works.
It's like a comic. So.
It totally works, and I love the design of the turtles too. Yeah, way better than the Michael Bay movie, and to me personally, more appealing than the cartoon. It's similar to the cartoon.
It's similar. It has a little bit of the movie type of thing. Yeah, like the faces. It's not too drastic of the change, but when Raphael starts talking, it's like, okay, they went back to the cartoon, back to the movie, back in the 90s, which is what I liked.
Which makes sense because
Secrets of the Ooze.
Oh, that's the second one. Secret of the Ooze.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. Yeah. I always like that.
And then there's part 3 which for some reason as a kid I watched over and over again.
I think that's because
that's the only one we had on VHS. On VHS. I also like that video too. The tape itself because it was yellow. Yeah, it was cool. Terrible movie, but it's developed by Platinum Games
and Activision.
Or it's published by Activision, but it's developed by Platinum, who does Bayonetta, Wonderful 101.
Nickelodeon has a little part of it too.
Okay, well, because they own the exactly. Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah,
so they get a little credit.
Yeah, they because they own it. They're like, of course.
So the cool thing, like he mentioned, the whole comic reminds you a lot of Beautiful Joe type of.
I wonder
graphics.
why.
I was stoked. I mean, honestly, it was one of the coolest things I've seen, coolest trailers I've seen since like Black Ops.
Yeah, And so, I'm not a huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan, but this one looked really good.
I almost peed my pants because the fact.
Well, you grew up with the cartoon.
Yeah, so you out there, I was a big Ninja Turtles fan. I was the type of kid who was in class who would draw the Ninja Turtles, and get caught and have to.
Yeah, that was a little bit past my time. It was still relevant.
Yeah,
but I think by that point. It got too weird. Like I've seen videos of like the live musical shows that they did.
See that out of their tools,
out of their shells tour. Yeah, I've seen stuff about that on the internet, but I was still too young for that. Yeah. But no, you saw the cartoon and you got the movie
and from the trailer, and maybe we'll put a link up on the
video
at the end. That way you guys can watch it. But
if you haven't seen it,
just not new characters, but characters that. Coming back are Bebop and
Rocksteady.
I peed my pants when I saw that. I was like, that is so cool.
He looked cool with the chainsaw.
Yeah.
And he was wearing the Kanye West glasses.
Haruko Saki's doing the narration, right? That's Shredder.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So he's narrating the trailer.
So, I thought that was Mr. Miyagi.
He died.
Splinter.
Oh, yeah. I know that.
One thing that stuck out, another thing that stuck out, that it's such a cliche now, especially in movie trailers specifically, that another trailer that we saw, we're going to talk about pretty soon, that it does that whole thing, you know, it's like really deep, that deep sounding thing, you know, and it gets quiet at certain points. It's like to you know, build up the tension. Yeah. So it's that really cliche. Every movie's doing it. It's like really low bass, boom, you know. This trailer was totally full of it, you know.
Just to grab your attention.
Yeah, but it's such a nowadays thing. I mean, every, you know, I don't want to call it generation, but every now and then the cliches change, and every trailer starts doing a certain something that other trailers do, you know. Yeah. But now I've found the thing that every other, you know, trailer's doing. Yeah. It's that really deep boom. I think Batman was well known for that. The Dark Knight, you know. So it's a pretty old cliche, but it's getting even more and more relevant or more popular in trailers.
One thing I want to point out is the shark that you see in the trailer.
Yeah, he has a really sharp fin.
Yeah,
really cool looking.
Well, that's Armgon.
Oh,
Armgon. What? He wasn't popular in like the shows, the TV shows in the 80s or
like I've never seen that guy.
Yeah, he wasn't that popular. He was popular in the comic books, but they focus a lot on him in the trailer.
Yeah,
which is kind of weird. Because, you know, I mean, I've read some of the comics, and when I saw him, I was like, "Whoa, Armgon." So, anyway, that's one thing that I'm looking forward to.
What do you call it? A stupid fish out of water or something like that?
Yeah,
it looked pretty rad.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I'm looking for. That's probably one game I will buy.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah. Like I said, I like the series, especially Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4 for the Super Nintendo. Yeah. But this one looks pretty cool, and the fact that Platinum Games is behind it, they did really well with that type of gameplay on Bayonetta and other games. Devil May Cry, they're not going to fail at this. It's going to be a pretty cool game.
I agree.
Street Fighter V story trailer, another game that I was like, it totally does that cliche boom, you know. What do you guys think about that one?
It was odd. I'm still kind of lost about what's going on. Really, you know, I don't know if Guy was missing or if Guy was coming or what's going on, type of thing.
Well, what we got at the end of the video was the season pass. You have to pay for his. I guess later, it'll be downloadable content, Guile, and among other somewhat popular characters. Yeah, I mean, we saw what's his name, M. Bison floating around. There's this big old explosion. He's taking over the world once again, at least trying to. I didn't get much of the story out of it, but what do you think of you know?
Everything was. I mean, it was.
There was that Frankenstein looking guy, the guy that was looking at the picture of Guile. You saw it. Like one part of his face was looked like stitched on, and it was green or something.
I think that's Abel. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me. We'll probably put the link. Well, anything that we've been talking about, we'll try and put the link down there for you guys to watch. But I think it was Abel. He was this guy who lost his memory and has something to do with Guile.
He does?
I think. Don't quote me, guys, but this probably him.
In the previous games, he had a connection to Guile.
I think so.
In a way,
either Guile or I know it was something to do with the army or
yeah. He looked like military. He looked like he was in military fatigue and and he's the one of the other only white guys there. So it might be Abel or whatever. What happened to his face?
I don't know. It's the first time I saw this trailer, so
I haven't played Street Fighter 4 in a while, and I don't keep up with the story. So,
well, the last time I played Street Fighter was the stolen content. So,
oh yeah.
But
when does the game come out again?
16th, I think.
No, 16. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So it's only on PlayStation, right?
Yeah, yes. That game's only on PS4 because they won the luck of the draw. It's because that's where all the freaking console sales are going towards. Another trailer, Lego Star Wars. What do you guys think of that?
It was good.
It's well, when I first heard of it, I was like, it's to be something you'd expect. And
yeah, of course.
I mentioned earlier that the graphics and effects and how much they're getting into, as far as detail, it's getting a lot better.
Yeah, graphics look really good on that. I didn't see gameplay. It was just a story. It was a trailer, a cutscene,
or a trailer,
and it still looked good. But
it's you know what I mean. Each Lego trailer you see or that I've seen, it's your typical Lego. You know, a game, it always has something to do. You have to add comedy to it.
Okay.
A little extra comedy.
You bringing up something that I'm thinking about. It totally has that Lego thing, and I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's like it's becoming a thing where a character, you see something like a scene from the movie where it's like, oh, that was a cool scene, but then they kind of make it funny by, the lightsaber wasn't working.
Yeah,
it's becoming a constant thing, and
I mean, kids love it, so I mean, it's a great thing.
More for kids.
True.
But
I mean, it's also a series based on a really old franchise.
They've
They've
already done the movies. They've done each one.
Yeah.
So it's I mean, it's to be expected, and I honestly don't mind since my son plays it.
Yeah.
Anything Lego, and Lucky's son plays it as well. So it's like you want to keep it G. You want to keep it. You don't want to get too intense where they're like, whoa. He got his arm cut off because of his dad or whatever.
I mean, it would be cool.
Well, I mean, if the hand got cut off, you can easily do that because we do that on little Lego figures all the time. Just pop it right off.
But if there's a story to it, they're watching it. They're
I guess as a person that isn't a father, I'm kind of getting over that whole type of comedy because I see that same stuff all the time on the other trailers. Someone's getting hurt when they shouldn't. Something random pops up and it's like,
let me ask you this: how many Lego games do you own?
0.
Okay, we probably own most of the games. So the fact that my son plays it more often, I don't play them. I mean, I play him because he'll be like, "Dad, help!" I was like, I don't know what to do, and I'm like, "Okay, this is what you do." Okay, so that's why I'm like, I'm okay with that, and I like that. So I mean, your part, you don't really play it,
no.
So that's where I'm getting towards. Like, okay,
I mean,
it is solely for the kids.
They make pretty good games. I mean, I play them all, whichever ones we have.
Yeah,
I think I have them all except for the Dimensions. I didn't buy that one,
yeah.
But I mean, we usually play them and beat them together and have fun doing it, and then after we beat it, it's kind of like, I'm done with it. But he loves them, so
and he keeps playing them, right?
Yeah.
You see, that's what I like about it is the fact that they can go back and they're still getting the story out of it. With a little extra,
the side missions, and
But speaking specifically of the trailer,
the trailer was still a good trailer. Pretty good.
It was still a good trailer.
Yeah.
Right now, anything Star Wars is hot. So I mean,
so was Finn in the beginning of the trailer because just like the original trailer that it's based on, he's like pops up in the desert and he's sweating and it looked really good on as a Lego figure thing.
So I mean, in that case, I thought it was pretty cool. In the fact that they're keeping with their little comedy bits on the side, that's pretty cool. I like that.
I mean, it definitely makes kids laugh. So
yeah,
that's what you want.
Kids are dumb. Just kidding.
They're so simple. They're so simple.
Simple. Okay, Dead Ops 2. Josh, you wanted to talk about this specifically. You showed us some gameplay.
Yeah,
the trailer. The trailer itself was pretty funny.
Yeah.
The chicken was adorable. There was this part where the chicken just like puts his little talons or whatever on the hand. I'm like, what the hell?
See, but
are they in love? Is he in love with his cock?
The fact that you don't know what it's about, you got to watch the first one. And then once you see this, you understand. Okay, this is what's going on in it.
Okay, so the trailer started with, was it a cyborg?
It's a cyborg silverback.
Okay,
and his father or brother, whoever's in the first one, is pretty much dead because of the zombie killer,
who also has a chicken. Is that chicken and silverback? Are they together?
No.
He just loves chickens.
No, he kidnapped him. He pretty much wants to kill him. Because of what happened to his.
But I'm talking about the dead one. In the picture, there was a chicken there.
Before it was. I don't know about that, but the chicken in the game is pretty much he's your ally.
That's your objective. You got to find.
In this case, he's your Princess Peach. Because one thing that stuck out was that it's totally a Donkey Kong scenario where the big old monkey takes the. Yeah. And that was great. You see the chicken running away, and then the guy's like shooting the gun. Really charming trailer. I really like that.
So for those of you who do not know what Dead Ops is, which I doubt you don't know because it's pretty popular. It's a Black Ops kind of tradition. It's a gameplay. It's they try to make it kind of like
A shoot 'em up.
Shoot 'em up. They tried doing the 9-bit as a trailer, and it goes in. You put the first one, you put the quarter in, and you start playing, and then it's like it's a shoot 'em up. Shoot a bunch of
It's
zombies.
kind of like Contra in a way, but with all the Black Ops guns.
It's like Contra, the Super Nintendo Contra, where they had the top-down thing. Yeah.
The top.
And then you have the guns from Black Ops, so you get the guns from the game. So it's kind of
Yeah, you collect as much as jewels as you can. You go. You pretty much create your own path. You choose your path. You go. You find.
And it
secrets.
is 2-player, so yeah,
It's co-op.
Yeah.
As well.
That's cool too. I wish that game was a game on its own. You didn't need Black Ops 3 with it.
Don't you have it?
I returned it.
Did you really?
I couldn't take it. I sucked so bad at it. I just couldn't win. I got
probably
frustrated.
lost your money.
No, I got like a good $20 for it.
You lost your.
I lost
lost
my
your
money.
money.
Hey, I got a Castlevania game for the DS out of it, so which I'm replaying. I've already played that game, but whatever.
So you returned this? Wow.
Because I suck. Honestly,
I
the
was
reason
sitting here
why
thinking you still had it.
the reason why I returned it, I just suck. I mean, I want
Doesn't
to.
matter.
It looks like a cool game.
It's fun. Just play with your
You know,
friends.
Yeah, but I kept dying, and it's like I don't want to
It's
bring my
alright.
team down. Whatever. We're not talking about this right now.
You never once played with me. I told you to play before.
The whole time? That sucks.
Yeah. Anyway,
That sucks.
So
You feel bad about yourself. You should feel bad.
The reason why I bought it too was so I could play with them.
You never play with him.
you're a loser.
I
Anyway,
am going.
so this is one of the games I've been playing. Aside from the multiplayer, I finally got to play more because I was so busy I haven't played them. So this week I played it just came out on the 2nd, so the day before my birthday. It was my birthday this week.
Happy birthday to you.
Anyway, before we go on with Dead Ops, I kind of wanted to talk about the maps and what I felt about them.
Okay.
Black Ops 3 Awakening. We saw the trailer. I explained how the map was, and this is my 6 cents on it, I guess you can say. Rise.
See dead people.
Rise was the one that I said that met in the middle type of thing. It's not it. That was false. It's a.
Oh, you did mention that last time.
It's a construction zone, and it's the worst map. I don't like. It's my worst. I don't like it. It's a small medium map type of thing. Didn't like it. I don't have much to say about that one because I just.
And that's all I have to say about that.
That's all I got to say about that.
Forrest Gump.
The theme park, the Splash, that you know how I mentioned that you can go on the little slides. You don't slide. You just walk through them.
Oh, that's sweet.
But the map is pretty cool. It is. There's a lot of turns and ups and downs and rooms, and you swim, and it's a long base swim, so you swim longer than normal. It's pretty cool. It's a really good map. One of the maps I actually spent more time on when I was playing multiplayer. I just kept playing the same map over and over and over because people kept picking it.
It's that good, people. People kept wanting it.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool.
Is that the new Nuketown?
Huh?
Is it the new Nuketown?
Well, yes and no. It's a medium map, so it's pretty big. But it's a good map. It was one of my favorites. Gauntlet is my favorite because it's the one with it's a 3 path. You go through the jungle, you go through the snow, and then you go through a city. It's a military simulator. So you get to go choose paths, and the cool thing about it is you can go towards you go in the paths, and then you kind of you meet towards the middle of each map. You can go towards kind of you can cut through, you're going through the jungle, cut through to the snow, and then you can cut through the city. You keep
Now,
going down.
I'm sorry. Is this for zombies or is this?
No. This is multiplayer.
Okay, so this is stuff you play online.
So my feeling about Gauntlet, it's another good map they did.
It's pretty clever. You have 3 different types of background.
It's not huge, but it's
Environment.
it's
What's the other one? Sorry, you said there's
so
jungle and
it's
snow.
jungle, snow, and then a city.
Oh, that's
It's
right.
like back alleys almost, but it's pretty good. It's really good.
So-
Another one of the best maps I played.
You bought the deluxe pack, or you just bought the DLC?
I bought the season pass. the
Oh,
whole
okay,
thing.
cool. Okay, cool.
And obviously the one that everybody was looking forward to was the Skyjacked, the map kind of like Hijacked in part 2, except you're in the air because I don't think Steven knows, but in Hijacked you're it's based off in a yacht almost type of thing.
Ooh, Richie.
Yeah, so this one's taking place in the air, in the ship, flying ship.
Really?
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. It's the same concept. Except when you go towards the bottom, you know how you go to the bottom.
Yeah.
It's blown off on the side. Like the
Gotcha.
ship is blown off on the side, so you can actually jump through and go in from the side. So I thought that was pretty cool. But that's my 3 cents on these maps. I have not played.
Well, you give more than usual because it's usually the 2 cents.
Yeah.
3 cents.
So,
I like that.
Touche.
Rise is meh. The rest of them, Splash, Skyjacked, and Gauntlet, very good maps. And I give a thumbs up, a good 10 thumbs up on the.
That's a
first
lot of
DLC.
thumbs.
Yeah.
10 thumbs? Whoa. Your hand must look weird.
You must play
I
a lot of
have to
video
tuck it-
games
I have
now.
to tuck it in. Yeah, that's why I'm so good.
That's why I keep my hands in my pockets.
That's why my KD is so high.
I got 10 thumbs.
Oh, okay.
That was pretty cool.
Get that
Going back to
KD
Dead
on.
Ops. So, really quickly now.
Oh, really quickly.
So it's a shoot 'em up, and it's not just one map. It's not like a get a high score thing. You actually move on to.
Yeah, you get to move on to different
It's like you move through the
So-
environment, but
yeah.
just different, different spots.
spots.
You get to
I mean,
choose
they look
left, right,
a lot
up,
of them
down.
look alike, but it's more gameplay.
You eventually go up to that big old skull cave and take back your princess chicken.
You go through the Skull Cave anyway.
Oh,
Through
okay.
the game, it's just different paths. You gotta just choose the right path. Traditionally, I think you'd always go left.
Also, the newest feature. Go ahead.
Oh, that's what I was getting at. The newest feature, and it was one of the best features about this, is that you collect one of the little stones or little gems or whatever, and you go towards first person. This is a new addition. So you get to play first person Dead Ops for about, I think,
30
about
seconds?
30,
20
15,
seconds?
30
Yeah,
seconds.
it should be a lot longer because that looks bad.
Yeah, it
Looks
was
real
pretty
good.
cool. I
It's
was
badass.
like, I heard about it, and I'm like, I gotta find that little gem or whatever it is. And
Does that pop up randomly or?
yeah, I don't know exactly how it works. I'm sure you earn it somehow when you get certain milestones. But it does pop up, and if you have the ray gun, you see the ray gun. If you have
The flamethrower.
the
right?
flamethrower, you get to see everything, and it's one of the best features that they added for this. And I think this is what made it even more popular than it was in Black Ops 1. Compared to the first one, because they added the the first person feature.
Yeah.
So
When did this come out? The third?
the second.
The second? Okay. So it was an early birthday gift to you from.
It was. So, yeah, and I haven't yet gotten to play the new zombies, so I'll get to that probably by next week.
Oh, it's like a castle, right?
It has to do with like ancient castles and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah.
I don't know what.
I'm not too big of a fan of the zombies. It's kind of weird how they laid it out on this one. It was just they made it too complicated, if you ask me, anyways.
I thought it was pretty.
I'm just used to the bus driver. You know what I mean?
Bus driver.
That's one of the best ones.
That had to be the best one of all time. I mean, yeah, it's just I'm used to the bus driver honking. Hey, get on the bus or be killed. Yeah.
Thing is that this has something similar to it for some reason. I think it's just different. It's just the fact that you don't have a bus, but the action and the difficulty is a little bit more.
Like they just make it. To me, it just seems like they just overcomplicated it. Should have made it simple, classic, and just fun, just like they did the one with the bus driver. I mean, because
I'll admit it's more
you know,
complicated.
yeah,
you
I
have to
mean,
find
you know,
this, find
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, so
But it's still pretty cool though. As soon as you figure it out and you're like, okay, you know what to do already, you go do it really quickly. You either go here, do this first, or you can go do that instead. But which one's going to benefit you the most? You get the shield or whatnot.
I feel that not I've never played the game or anything, but I feel that the reason why they did make a change like that is because if they put in something there, if they basically brought back the old zombies, it's like, oh, we didn't get anything new. It's the same damn
No,
thing.
no.
People
But
would
the thing
complain,
is,
right?
not bring back the old zombies. I'm saying this just the play, the feel of it. Because the thing is with the new one, it kind of turns people off because they play it and they're kind of like, damn, what do I do? Where do I go? What is this? What is that? And it's just, I don't play it. Stupid.
See,
I don't
but
play
that's
it.
what
So
I
a
liked
lot of
about
people
it,
got
though.
turned off by it.
I don't know. I guess so.
So I just think it was that was like the lowest rating of zombies on this game. I mean, and even
Advanced Warfare was the lowest.
well, Advanced Warfare was pretty low too. I think this one might be lower. Oh well, until DLC, but I mean, Advanced Warfare was pretty low too. But I mean, it's just
I hated Advanced
they should just brought it. Just make it classic, but add new touches, but still keep the classic feel. Just like the gameplay, it actually feels it's good. It's good to play.
I understand about that. And going back to what you said, that nobody likes, to play something similar. No, it's actually true. People do like to. People want to bring back old games.
Well, yeah,
and put them into new. They want to play War at War. You know.
Yeah, that's the thing with people.
Bring it back.
That's the thing with people. It's like at one point they're like, "Oh, you're just rehashing the same thing. It's a bad thing." But then the other side of it is like, "Oh, we don't want to change." You know,
but,
it's like they do, but we don't. It's
but for developers, the thing is, to be a good developer, you got to find out the happy medium where to introduce new things with the old game flow, like this plays the same kind of, but introducing new things that's going to keep people into it. You know,
I like that. I mean, yes,
it's a risk, and they took that risk. At this point, I feel like, I mean, you can't predict what people are going to say.
Yeah.
People could have like loved it, you know, and if they didn't put it in there, you know, it's like you won't know until you try. They put it out there. I guess if it's 50-50, maybe they'll go back. Who knows? I don't know how, you know, everyone else is reacting to it because it's not a big thing to me, so I don't follow it. What do people think about that then? About the whole zombies change?
I just seen a lot of things where people are saying that they made it too complicated. It sucks, and but they only try it once. But that's the thing. In the very beginning, if they would have made it to the same flow, same gameplay, but just new things and maybe a couple different things, and just less complicated, people would grasp on and say, "Hey, this is fun," and they play a lot more. See, and introduce everything else as DLC, maybe, or you know.
You got the people who don't like it. You got the people that like it. You got the people that are like whatever about it. So I mean, each certain class, each type of people are. I mean, I think it's what makes it healthy, and it's made it successful.
Like the one with the aliens. Which one was that?
That's Advanced Warfare.
Okay, so no, it's not. No, it's not. No, not the.
No, that's Black Ops 2.
Yes.
Right?
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, that was cool too because it still played the same flow, but instead of zombies, you had aliens. No, I mean, which was everybody's like, "Oh, damn, this is crazy. This is different." And I mean that kind of was one of those things where a lot of people played because hey, it's something really new, something different. Though. It was just
From a developer standpoint, I don't think they want to do the same thing over and over again.
Well, no, I'm not saying do the same thing. I'm just saying
keep tradition.
Keep the game flow, flow of the game good. You can still add to things and keep the base, of the game. But it just seems like now they just kind of try to take it in a different direction. Like, look at Advanced Warfare. They went way away from the base of the game and just tried to make everything super futuristic and be so cool, and it sucked.
But the fact that the freaking zombies can double jump and shoot, I'm like, come on. Yeah. You guys are too stupid to jump.
Right?
That's not realistic.
Okay,
that's what made it fail to me. Exactly. And I was like, okay, the damn zombie killed me, shot me.
Yeah, it was just like instead of a zombie, it was just the AI person running around, with a zombie mask. Because they did everything you did, so it kind of sucked.
Yeah, so I didn't like it.
I mean, that was a big fail for them. They just kind of try to go too futuristic with it. Look at Black Ops. I mean, it's still futuristic, but it still has the old gameplay. It's great. You can still walk on walls. I don't complain about walking on walls. And this one, Advanced Warfare, is kind of like this sucks. Look at this guy up here. It's different.
Well, it's a natural transition. They had the World War II style warfare for a while, then they made it modern, and where else can we go after that? But futuristic, advancing it. But
that's where they started. We got to go back to the World War. It was great.
All right. So, I guess final thoughts on Dead Ops, which is what
I'm glad. Perfect example for that we're talking about now. Dead Ops stayed traditional. You added that one first-person feature and made it badass.
I give it a 5 out of 5.
It got a good rating in my case.
Yeah,
so
for sure, a 5 out of 5.
Yeah, I liked it
because when you play co-op, it's more fun. It's just like it reminds me of Contra, so I love it. And then the first-person thing was new to me today, and it made it even better because we always say that when we were playing before.
Cool. I don't want to linger on this topic too much, but I did find it a little interesting. The fact that this is a VR talk. Apple apparently is doing their own VR thing. They're trying to
those bastards.
Exactly.
Mansana?
Apple VR. I guess that's a secret thing that isn't a secret anymore because it's out there. They apparently they poached a lot of employees from other big name technology companies like Microsoft and all that. They took them and they want to throw the hat in the ring. What do you guys think about that?
I hope they fail really badly. They probably won't, but I hope they do.
Apple backed. Okay, the Apple iPod is one of the best inventions that I think one of the best things that's happened. It's not too popular anymore because you got your phone.
Yeah,
more memory.
You have streaming services.
Yeah,
that's totally killing on that.
I mean, when Zune and Apple were there. Zune just kind of just faded away really quickly.
But
Apple stayed strong for a good long time.
But if you look at the topic, do you remember how they did this before? And they failed, and they fired all those people who they hired for this.
Oh yeah.
So it kind of sucks.
For virtual reality.
Yeah.
Well,
this kind of sucks. They go and get all these people, have them in it for like 5 or 6 years. They're sitting there, have a great job. This is great. Yeah, we're gonna release this, and then all of a sudden, you guys are all fired. Scrap it all.
Yeah, but I guess the reason why it failed so much was because the technology just wasn't there.
Yeah.
Now,
true. But I mean,
technology is different, and
technology.
Honestly, they're looking from the sidelines. They're looking at how VR is going to be doing now. So they are, they're doing. I don't want to call it sneaky, but they're not taking the big risk yet.
Well, they're in it to make money. Well,
of course, every company.
But I mean, Apple's is the ones who sit back and watch, and they say, okay, these guys are doing this. Okay, let's do this. But we're not going to bring it out. Let's see how they do. Yeah. And then we'll come out with ours, and we'll be better because we're Apple and we're more known. We'll take their technology, we'll pay another $1 billion and make it better than it is. And
and that's what grinds my gears, because it's like, God, you sneaky bastard!
That's what they do all the time, though.
You have I know that's what I don't like.
That's a
lot about Apple.
That's like
I think
the
best. I mean, yeah, the iPhones, and I hate the iPhone.
So the iPhone, so they get a phone and it comes out, and this phone's cool, it's great. One feature that it doesn't have is let's say video recording or something on the first one, or and they're like, okay, they had the feature available. It was in the beta stage of the phone, but they don't release it. So okay, a year later, we're gonna call it the S, and we're gonna release this one feature, same phone but one feature, so we can get everybody to come back. And it's just every time they do that,
and it works.
Yeah.
I can't believe how much it works, and I'm tired.
It's a smart thing.
My better half enjoys the whole Apple thing. I'm not. I get it because I care about her. Fine, you want it, get it. But I think the best thing about Apple so far that they've done is it's either the Mac when it comes to like recording, or the iPad.
Okay. Hold on. You had a thought earlier. I wanted to keep going on it. You said something when it came out, the iPod.
The iPod was very successful. It was amazing. I personally had probably 4 or 5 of them since since it's come out.
It was the MP3. I mean, it wasn't a new thing. I mean, MP3 players were out there, but I guess they found a way to, one, make it look attractive because it was really sleek. It looked nice.
There we go.
And 2, it was really simplistic. You just have that
and the fact that they added video, you can watch videos with
storage,
movies. It was badass. But when the phone started kind of taking over, it's like, okay, there's no reason why we have to spend another $300 for, and
because we have our music players on our phones.
We have Spotify. We have.
Honestly, I don't even see phones as phones anymore. They're just little handheld computers. But
you make phone calls. It's your phone. It's your. It's sad to say, it's kind of like our lifeline. Yeah, almost. Yeah. But
so they.
But the phones, I personally think that they're not good. There's always a problem with it. It's they're way too expensive for my taste.
I mean, I was a huge Apple guy. I mean, I had the phone when it first came out. We got it as soon as it came out. I had every phone up until the 4, and then I started thinking. I mean, the only way I could have the phone and really enjoy it after the first 2 years is to have it jailbroke. Jailbreak, you can do whatever you want. So it's kind of like more personal to your phone. So then it was like, let me go somewhere else, and I don't like Android, so I went Windows, and it's kind of more personal. I can do whatever I want versus Apple. They give you this phone, you pay $700. This is our product. You do what we want you to do.
But I think that is a feature that is maybe not a feature, but that's something that people do like about it because it is so simplistic. Some people don't need all that extra stuff. For some people, that's really it's what's the word? Intimidating.
But I mean, like,
so with Apple, everything's slick, simplistic, and I think that's how they gain an audience.
But I mean, even personalized. That's what I'm saying. Like more personal. Like this is my phone because I can change the ringtones. I could do this. I could do that. More personalized to you. Before in the beginning, they never even had. You can't change the ringtones. This is what we have in the phone. This is what you use. Kind of just make the phone yours. And there, when you get Apple, you got to make. It's how they want it. So
yeah, that's true. No, I mean that's a very good point. Apple is like the high quality. It's the best out there. It's best. I mean, that's what it said. I don't think it's the best because there's always something wrong. Every time we buy something Apple, thank God, except for the iPad, anything that we've had that's
knock on wood.
Anything that's been the MP3 player or the phone, there's always been something wrong. Always have to fix something. Blah 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 blah. You know, you have that. You got the Windows phone, which is, in my case, I think it's complicated, but I think it's cheaper. You got Android, which is a cheap thing, but it does
depends on the phone. That's just an operating system,
right? It does the job though. The Android
operating system.
You know, depending on the device.
Yeah, if the device is a piece of crap, so
if you get a decent device, it's gonna work well. You know, to me, it's like the Dell, the PC of phones because it's cheaper. You know, you can do a lot, and you have, I don't know. That's just the way I see it. It does everything, and it does anything that the Apple can do. Yeah. Basically.
Okay, so going back to the VR though, what do you guys think of them throwing their hats in there? I mean,
look, it was only a matter of time because it's Apple. Think about this. Anytime anyone comes up with something new, everyone else is going to sit back and watch it, right? The people who sit back and watch it, some people announce it. Everybody announce it really, besides Apple. Apple won't say anything. They'll sit there and just, watch and watch. Then next year they have the same thing, but they call it something different and they claim it's better. So I mean, if you think about it, that's Apple. That's
where I steered off.
That's like Windows came out with Hello Iris, right? So you take your phone and look at it, it unlocks by your eyes, right? Now LG has the same thing. Samsung, everyone's coming out with the same thing. So Apple has the fingerprint scan. Next iPhone, guarantee is going to have same thing, eye scan, but it's going to be called something different. They're going to try and make it say something a little different. It's Apple this, and everybody wants it.
As far as the whole VR,
as far as VR,
they're sneaky. And I said that earlier. Is that's what gets to me is the fact that they don't say anything. It's like if Steve Jobs is still alive or something like that. They come and they watch, they wait for the fail. They make something supposedly a little bit better, and they say, this is the way to go.
I think one time I think it won't fail this time because, like you said, technologies nowadays is a lot more advanced, and they have the money to do it. And they, like you said, they have people from different companies, different developers, and they're gonna make it. And then it's Apple. Everyone's gonna want the Apple VR over any VR. So
because of the name.
In this sense, when it comes to VR, I hope the Oculus Rift just rules everything. That's the way I want it.
They're going to say, hey, look, get your new MacBook and your iPhone, and then you look in your VR, you can, your phone shows what you're just going to be all connected.
But Oculus Rift is going to be, what, $600? Oh, Apple's going to be, what, $1,500?
Yeah, probably, but hey, people are going to buy it because of the name.
Exactly.
So, I mean, I guess it's cool for a business standpoint. Like, hey, this is the next thing we can make money on. Let's try it. But, I mean, when it all comes down to it, it's kind of like, hey, let me just see what everybody else is doing and kind of just jump in there and change it up a little bit, call it Apple something, and we got money. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess if I work for Apple, I'd love it.
PlayStation VR. I mean, I already have the system, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally going to come to preference when if you decide to buy a VR device.
I just know it's just going to be really expensive.
Yeah, well, I think if the whole VR thing gets really popular enough, then and Apple releases their VR system, it's going to sell.
Pretty soon they're going to have a console. Guaranteed.
Well, they already kind of do. They integrated it with their what's it called?
Yeah, the little
Apple TV, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean like a console gaming devoted to gaming.
I don't think that makes sense right now.
Not right now, but I said soon. I didn't say right now, but soon you'll see. I mean, they're getting in there in every little market. So
I tell you what, I am not looking forward to that.
All right, well, the topic for another time. I want to talk about that, but we don't have too much time left, and a couple more topics I want to talk about. So, Unraveled, that's coming out on Tuesday. That's the adorable little game with the little yarn guy named Yarny.
Are you gonna get it?
I love games like that.
Yeah,
because I don't know if you out there listening, but I've mentioned about a game called Lingo. Mm-hmm. It's the same topic. It's your side-scrolling adventure puzzle.
There you go. The side-scrolling puzzle adventure game.
It's fun.
It looks cool.
But this looks really neat.
Graphics look good too.
Graphics look great on it. Yeah. And I'm glad that EA actually, at least published this because they went ahead and funded it because it doesn't look like something EA would do.
Besides Battlefront,
it almost
is another good thing they've done.
It almost looks like an indie game,
Yeah,
but it's not. It's a full on AAA game. They put money towards it, so I'm glad they did that. The game itself, it looks like we said, looks great. The puzzle, the side scrolling platforming part looks great too. Swinging on trees and
your typical,
avoiding big old obstacles, crushing stuff.
It's your typical thing, but it looks nice as you're doing it.
Yeah,
as you're going through the game. I think. From what we saw, it was really nice. And
except for the grandmother,
the creepy grandmother.
When she smiled at the end, it just weirds me out just a tiny bit.
I thought I was gonna hear like a.
It just zooms into her eyes and it's all like red and shit. No, but that's one game I'm definitely gonna get next week. Definitely tell you how it is. Hopefully it's good. I don't see a reason why it won't be, but looking forward to that. Are you? I'm surprised you're interested in that.
What, Unravel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it 2 days ago, and I was kind of like, this looks good. And then last night, I actually, since it's Friday, I watched on Xbox and saw the news, the whole everything. They give it the weekly update. So I look at it and I was watching the game. I was like, this looks fun. So I mean, it just caught my attention. The graphics look really good.
It looks quiet and relaxing. Even kind of sad sometimes. And then there was this one part where he finds a piece of a heart and he looks all beat up and he went all that way just to pick that little thing up.
I'm sure it wasn't done.
Yeah, it looked pretty cool. I was like, man, didn't he have a lot more yarn?
Yeah, no, he totally got beat up. I think that a big part of the game is that the more you walk, you actually notice that there's a string still like being held back. Yeah. So he's getting unraveled as he keeps going. So you probably
take too long, you just die.
Yeah, probably. So I kind of feel bad for Yarny. He's a adorable little guy. I don't want him to get hurt.
I'll have to play it when you guys grab it then.
Yeah, I'm totally going to get that. So
it looks like a good game. Like I said, I like games like that.
It's coming out next Tuesday, so I'll get right on that.
Are you going to buy it in store or are you going to download it?
Probably in store.
Oh, cool.
Because it's the same price. And I think it was when I was trying to download something for Black Ops 3. Like, I don't know what it was, but it said I didn't have enough room. So I'm already running out of room in that damn thing.
Yeah, you got to delete some games.
Yeah.
I had to delete some games.
You got a 500?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Gabriel, I think he downloaded a bunch of stuff through his games, or it needed to download for it.
Yeah, 500.
And he got big games. He got like Diablo 3 and a bunch of those big old games.
Usually 500, you'll probably have a good, I'd say 8 games, and that's it. So 8 big games, and then you can have a couple small games on there, because that's something close to that, and I think I have like 20-30% left. So yeah.
No, I still have a lot left. The only games I really have on there are my Call of Duty games. So.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, that ends all of our stuff there. Before we do go, you guys want to talk about games you played this week?
Dead Ops 2, and I finished Castlevania. I mentioned this 2 weeks ago.
You've been playing Castlevania 2. I really thought you were talking about you were mixing up the Castlevania game, but no, you're actually playing and beating Black Ops Castlevania 2.
Simon's Quest.
I can't play that game. I remember playing it on the NES, and I was like, "What the hell is wrong with this game? Why is it so weird?"
It was the only game I got far on the NES. I remember. And it's like, it was hard. Well, obviously, it was hard back then. So it's like, God,
because you don't know what to do. It's like it tells you,
but you figure it out. And the thing is, you figure it out. And I remembered. I was so surprised how much I remembered about this game. And the more I kept going, I was like, okay, maybe if I do. Oh yeah. Oh cool. Use this. You find a little secret. I found the secrets, and I think finding the little secrets is used what gets you more ahead.
So you said it gets you more ahead.
More ahead. No, but yeah, I beat it, and I forgot how to beat Dracula. There's his first stage, and then they got the big stage. So it took me about an hour, and Steve knows the way I am. I play a game for about 10, 15 minutes, and I'm not doing well. I throw the remote and I leave.
That's how I felt about Black Ops 2.
Yeah, so, but I'm like, you know what? Baby. But I stuck through it, and I beat it. And I was like, there has to be I know there's a faster way of beating it. So I looked. Well, before I looked, I beat the game. And I looked, and all you have to do is jump. I mean, the first stage, Drac, you have to just jump over his little triple fire and just hit his head. And don't move as much. I was moving way too much to where he would get me. And it's like, oh. And but defeating Dracula was the easiest one.
Yeah.
You just throw the
holy water. Yeah.
So that's the games I played.
That's cool. I'm glad we went retro. I've been playing The Witness, and this game to me came out of nowhere. Apparently, it was a game that people were looking forward to because the creator of a game called Braid. It's like a really highly acclaimed game from a long time ago, indie game. He apparently right after that he finished that game, he started working on this game called The Witness. I want to say it took maybe 7 years. but it finally came out and people were talking about it. And I don't like going into what everyone's talking about type of game, but this one stuck out to me, and I went in and I bought it, not really knowing exactly what it was. And it turns out it's a big old puzzle game. It's a first-person, open-world, like puzzle game where you just almost every game consists of a panel and try to find out a pattern to finish that particular puzzle. And when you do, it opens up a new part of the big old island, or just like a door or something.
Is it inside of like a house, like where you're in the kitchen at one point, you're looking for things on the refrigerator?
No. This is no.
That's like Walking Dead.
Yeah, no. On this game,
another game. I forgot the name.
No, this game you start off. You're like in a dark room, and you walk forward, and there's just a door, and on that door there's a panel, and on that panel it's like a circle and a line, and you press X to try to do the puzzle. All you gotta do is just slide the circle to the end. That's it. And that teaches you the basics of the game, because that's pretty much all you really do. It's a circle, and you have to just go to the line and go to the end. But every part of the island, it's like they add a new element to it. So at one point, there's like a white block and a black block, and it doesn't tell you what to do. You just figure it on your own. And you kind of play around and you cut it in half, and the whole point of that puzzle is separating the two blocks. And then from there on, it gets harder and harder. So I guess I don't want to call it the appeal, but the biggest thing about that game is that, like I said, you're thrown into the island. They don't tell you what to do, but once you figure out how to do that particular puzzle, you feel really accomplished. It's like, I had no idea what the hell it was, but it's I don't know, really, it's a good game.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a terrible review, but yeah, that's a game I've been playing.
So the game I played this week is actually I played a couple, but I played Need for Speed 2015. So it came out in November, and I actually got it through the EA Publisher Sale. Well, it's called EA Publisher Sale. So all the EA games are 25 to 80% off. So I got it for $23, the deluxe edition with all the DLC. So, and then they have, packs where you can buy 2 games for $39, And the games all come out probably, I'd say, the earliest August through, August of last year. So it was cool. So I played Need for Speed, and it's a good game. Graphics are good, nice cars, a lot of different upgrades, a lot more detail. So I'm having fun with it so far. We're going to do some online gameplay next week, so should be fun. And that's what I played.
All right. We went quite a while. Before we do go, what did you think about this format? I kind of like this. I kind of like doing it.
It's like mass discussion.
It was discussion.
More involved in. So I guess we'll try this one next week too. So yeah, this is our show. Thank you for listening. If you want to find the podcast, you can find us on Twitter at PB_concepts. We post stuff randomly, and we'll keep you updated there. If you want to find me specifically, you can look for me anywhere. Esteban2190.
You can also find us, look us up on the internet, www.powerbreakconcepts.com. We're on there. You can find me at anywhere, Gmail, my PSN. It's Drummer Dude 33, and Dude is DOOD 33.
You can find me on Xbox Live, Darkest 33, DARKESS 33.
Wonderful. And we will be back next week. Ciao, everybody.